the game can see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live.
Back in AK Jack is the truth. I'm at the Edwards Marina press conference, and I just bumped into Dean Whyte. Wherever there's boxing, there seems to be Dean Whyte. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm just here. I try to be everywhere I can, you know, like I've got to be the face of my guys, the ambassadors for my own brand, which is me and my management company, and I'm trying to be about and get my guys on some of these platforms, you know, so I'm here.
I was about to ask you what brings you here, but we witnessed a conversation that you were having with Lawrence Okolie. I didn't record it because I thought it was a private moment, but other people did, and I'm pretty sure it'll be on social media. So, like to tell us what went on.
No, I thought I'd have a word. I thought I'd come here. Like I said, I spoke to AJ, I spoke to Napa Fitness, and they're good friends with Okolie. So I thought I'd be somewhat of a mediator and give him a bit of advice about, you know, hopefully how to conduct himself in future. I don't mind, obviously, you're a big, strong guy. You can be confident. There's nothing wrong with that. You saying you can win, you're a boxer, you're a fighter, you believe you should be able to win any fight. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's the wrong guy. That's all it is. And I was trying to hopefully make sure we don't go left and go the right direction with the fight on Saturday. He's going to fight, and Dill will be ringside. So after the fight, Dill will approach him if he gets an opportunity to see him. He might go backstage and approach him. You get what I'm saying? So I'm hoping he can conduct himself, and I've given him just a bit of advice, of something to think about, to say, you know what he said was correct. I don't need to make this any bigger than it needs to be. He needs to concentrate on cleaning out the cruiserweight division. He's got a big task at hand. There is big fighters at that weight. You've got Usyk at that weight. He cannot beat Usyk. I'm very sorry. He cannot beat Usyk, and that's just a fact. But Usyk might be going up to heavyweight, but you still got good guys. You got Bradis. You got some. You know, you got Richard Rapport, our guy that's coming up, and those are the lower levels. But you still got guys way higher than them. Mark Huck, you've got, you know, Mark Huck might be a little bit old by the time he gets there, but right now he's still a dangerous cat. You've got Bradis and some other fellas, but listen, he needs to concentrate on getting to that elite level in the cruiserweight before you start calling out elite heavyweight boxers. And that's all it boils down to. At the end of the day, you had a good sparring session 5 years ago, which you showed a 20-minute clip. And even just then, I said to him, my friend, you showed a tiny bit of the clip. I was there, homie. I remember what happened. We asked you, how many rounds can you do? You said 10, 15, whatever you want. You end up leaving in 4 and 5. You was damaged goods. You got beat down. I'm not going to lie, he come out. He was sharp. He was on it. He was swinging match to match. He was trying to fight Dill at his game. But Dill was a very strong guy and he's clever. Down the furlong, this guy faded and he stopped the sparring. He was meant to fight this Saturday. I remember this clearly because I remember how good he was then. You know what I mean? If I was even thinking about it and I was into the management, then I would have jumped on an opportunity to try and get him because I thought, this boy is strong. You know what I'm saying? And I remember him saying, I found it difficult getting sparring, etc., etc. So what I'm saying is I knew the hunger and we saw the desire in him. But what I'm saying is you picked the wrong one. My bro, Dillian, is not the one, and I'm going to back him 100%. But what I won't do is I'm not going to go and make him into a silly guy by doing silly things what he used to do in the past and get himself. He's built his career and he's come a long way. You know what I mean? So I'm going to give him the advice. He's a man. He's going to make whatever decision he's going to make up to himself. But I'm going to give him the cards and I'm saying you got to deal them yourself. It's up to you. Yeah?
I think it's important in this climate for you to play the mediator. And obviously, for the people that don't know, what you're alluding to is Lawrence Okolie saying he thinks he can beat Dillian Whyte. Then going back and forth on social media, and then Lawrence Okolie putting up a 20-minute clip of him getting the better of Dillian and sparring. With the nature of matchmaking, I mean, that's not uncommon to the way Dave Allen, who I spoke to, it talked himself into a fight with Dillian Whyte without it going left. Yeah. Are there rules in terms of trash talking on social media in order to gain notoriety, or is it just don't do it where Dillian is concerned?
Okay, you hit it right on the nail. You know, with sparring, they say what happens in the gym stays in the gym. He broke that code of honor with fighters, and him putting out the sparring, he went past it, you know what I mean? He went past that, so he shouldn't have put out that sparring. Whatever happens in the gym, if you believe you had a good sparring, you should have just said, I had a good sparring, not go and put sparring pictures up. But I heard he said he had a mad moment and he just lost it a little bit. It happens to people. It happens to the best of us, you know what I mean? It happened to Jazora. Dill's had it. Everyone's had their moments. It happens. These guys are fighters. They're very volatile characters, and they probably go through bouts of depressions and switches. So things happen. It's not the end of the world. It's how you conduct yourself going forward and moving forward and dealing with stuff. They both, let me not even single them out. They both just need to be representatives for the sport and conduct themselves the right way. If Dill wants to be a man and approach him, which he should, because if you're a man, you approach the next man if you don't like what he says, and just try and deal with it mano a mano, and that's it.
Well, let's hope that they can both squash it, like you said. So Dean, what's happening with you? Last time we spoke, you were telling me about some new additions to your stable. Is there anybody that we should keep our eye out on?
Yes. So I came back Monday from Texas, and then I went to the press conference on Monday. Shakan Pitters, he won the Ultimate Boxer last year. So what's happened now is I had a meeting with him and his team. He's got a good, wonderful team of guys in Birmingham. So I'm joint with them, so I'm co-managing and advising them. So what I'm trying to do is bring awareness to Shaq. So that's why I keep pressuring this matchroom lot, putting him there, sending the names to Joshua, sending the names to Paul Reedy, sending the names to Frank Smith. I'm saying, this is my guy. Let's give him an opportunity. Let's make something happen. You get what I'm trying to say? So what I'm doing is I'm trying to push for them to get him into position. But at the minute, you know, he's fighting March the 29th next week, and then he's fighting May the 10th on the Ultimate Boxer show. So we're keeping him busy. I'm speaking to Joshua and Matchroom to try and get him on there. I don't know how it's turning out at the minute. I'm still waiting, but I don't know. It doesn't seem that good. I just spoke to Frank, and Frank said, he's not good for America because they've got some guys. So I haven't got a final decision on that yet, but I'm still working on that. But then I'm still going to try and get him on some other Matchroom shows. I'm going to try and get him on my bro show, July the 13th, and just continue to get him out there. He's a great talent, you know what I mean? He's a tall, 6'6", in a phenomenal shape, light heavyweight, and can box his socks off and can punch.
I'm glad you mentioned Dillian. There's rumors of him signing a deal with ESPN. Eddie was alluding to the fact that won't affect what they do at Sky. How close is he to signing with ESPN and potentially a fight with Fury?
Do you know, I'm not going to lie to you. I've been away. We spoke here and there. I don't know much about the deal. I can't really allude to that. Dillian has all the answers to that and the other advisors in the team. But, yeah, I just like you, it was in the news and they made it aware that they're closing in and the deal will be done shortly. So I'm sure we'll both be tuned in very shortly on what's happening.
You'd make an excellent boxer, bruv. The way you duck and weave questions where you don't want to give, you'd be an excellent boxer. Final question. I've got to ask you your take on this whole Wilder turning down this upwards of $100 million offer to fight AJ on Dazn. What are your thoughts?
Do you know, I did a few interviews on Monday about this. What I do think is it's a bit bizarre to turn down such a ridiculous large sum. Give him credit, though, for staying loyal to Showtime and the people that has got him to the stardom he has. But if he goes out and loses to Dominic Brazil in his next fight, all that money is just up in smoke. But yeah, I don't know if it was a wise one. He said he wanted a Joshua fight, but then you go and turn it down. But because it's Dazn, I believe Showtime will show him loyalty and respect and give him a big payday also, you know? So we just got to wait and see. So, you know, hats off to him and his team. You know, they've done a good job. And that fight might not happen just yet because him not signing with Dazn. We'll have to wait and see.
Do you think that it's a talking point because of how him and his entire team reacted to Joshua allegedly turning down $50 million to fight him, all the energy they brought about him not wanting the fight, etc., etc. Shelley saying, imagine how much we'll offer them in a year's time. Imagine how much will be offered in a year's time. I think that's where the hypocrisy comes, where British fans are concerned in terms of Wilder's actions now.
Exactly. But you know what? Listen, it's always one rule for one and one rule for the other. It's normal. This is just the world we live in life. You know, when it's on the shoe's on one foot, people will say something. When the shoe is on the foot with them, how they respond is something different. They believe they've got a reason why they turned it down. I'm sure Joshua had a reason why he turned it down, because it weren't viable for him. Maybe it weren't financially viable. What was being offered, he just didn't like the options. So that was up to him. And on top of that, they said they didn't see anything in escrow, as Eddie Earn said. He didn't see anything. He didn't see the numbers. He didn't see an account. He didn't see the money, you know, where they said they had it in escrow and this is what was going to happen. We're going to send it. They didn't see none of that. I don't know how it was with Dazn, because when he went to Dazn, Deontay Wilder, it could have been a thing where there was multiple stipulations how it gets to that 100 million. Do you know what I mean by that? Yeah. The numbers, what you do, the attendance of the fans, and how you excite the fight so the fans want to tune in. And maybe he believed he couldn't achieve what it was to get to those numbers. So then he thought, you know what, this ain't worth it. I'm going to get this my own way. So, but listen, we don't know because we weren't in the meeting. So that's what it is.
Well, Dean, I really appreciate your time. As ever, it's been an education.
The Boxing Voice, you lot always bigging me up as well, showing me love. I appreciate that, man.
No, absolutely. We appreciate you talking to the Boxing Voice. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, it's all good, man. Thanks again, guys. Tune in. Check out Shakan Pitters, man. Follow the journey. Watch us get to the top, man. Yeah?
What's Shakan's social media? Do you know that off heart?
It's just Shakan Pitters on Instagram. So anyone want to go and follow him, check him out. Shakan Pitters. Check that boy out, man. We go in places.
Dean Whyte, appreciate your time.
Thanks very much.
Yo, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.